what's up, guys? Panda YT here today, and I just wanted to apologize for the last episode. There really was no plan. I was just playing around, and I didn't explain how much I played off screen. So I'm just gonna, to make up for that, just show you some replays of what I did to make it to Royal. Oh yeah, as you can see, I wasn't using that deck. I was using this Hog trifecta deck. If you guys don't know what trifecta is, it's the Hog, Valkyrie, Musketeer. So, Valkyrie, Musketeer, Goblins, Cannon, and then Fireball Zap can deal with pretty much anything. And, these three things are the trifecta. So, like, if you take out, like, a Skeleton Army with a Valkyrie, then you can push with the Musketeer behind it, or the Hog. Or if you take out, like, a Balloon with a Musketeer, then you can use the Hog. But, yeah, what you want to do is, just ignore that text, just counter push with whatever different part of the trifecta that you have, with either like the Hog or whatever. So yeah, let me just share those replays. So here's one where I beat this. I think it was level 7. Yeah, I was level 8. So pump up. He's got a horde of barbarians. I zap the goblin barrel, but I didn't really need to. And our Valkyrie is at low health, so I just let it go. I would have counter pushed, but as you can see, right off the bat, I go for aggressive pig push. If you guys don't know what that is, it's the ultimate bypass technique, where you play the goblins and you play the Hog, and it shoves the Hog faster. So we're in some pretty big trouble. I don't have much elixir to counter. He's got a giant and a witch, and slightly less elixir than me, which is pretty bad. And he plays a mini P.E.K.K.A, so even worse, I have to zap it. The mini P.E.K.K.A survives with a little bit of health. I should have fireballed, but instead I waste my cannon. And watch this, the Musketeer survives. And with that little pump from the elixir pump, I now go on a crazy push with part of the trifecta. I say well played, just to make them think he's safe. Doing that. And I have to fireball these 3 barbarians, which kind of sucks, because it was only 3 barbarians. But yeah, Goblin Barrel, do I know that? No, I misplaced my Valkyrie. So he takes down my tower, like, really far. So I play a Musketeer. Yeah, push gets shut down by 4 elixir for the mini P.E.K.K.A. So I go on the other side. I send the Hog, I send the God Fireball, and it takes down, like, everything. He tries to play a sneaky mini P.E.K.K.A. So I counter with Goblins. The Hog comes in. I throw the Fireball. It takes down almost all the Barbarians. Now, all I really have to do is, since all these units are clumped, I just zap. He can't squeeze his giant in front, so that witch was pretty useless. Fire Spirit's nothing really going on there. Valkyrie can tank a couple of them, and now I can go immediately for the Hog Goblins push. Poorly placed skeletons, I think that's what they were. The Valkyrie's just doing work, just slicing and dicing all these barbarians up. He plays an aggressive witch to rid me of my cannon, which doesn't seem to work very well. I've got my own mini trifecta. He doesn't have much in his hand. He has the barbarian hat. And then I play my Hog. The skeletons are doing work, so I zap them. The Musketeer fires, it dies, and I send the Fireball for the win. So that was one replay. I think I have another replay of me 3 crowning level 9. I think it's somewhere here. Oh, here's one where I beat a Sparky deck. It actually wasn't that hard, but I lost that one. I got 3 crowned by a Sparky deck, but is this it? No, that was level 7. I think this is it. Yeah, so I 3 crowned to level 9. His cards weren't actually much higher, but I'm still pretty proud of it. Pretty good starting hand here. I mean, it could have been better, so I start off with a pig push, narrowly placing the Hog before I place the Goblins. He counters with a Witch, which is perfectly played because now he can counter push. And because the Witch does splash damage, it can take down the Goblins. But as you can see, the Witch, it focused onto the Hog, which means that I can, the Goblins just do so much damage. So, now I unfortunately misplaced my cannon, which kind of sucks. I know my zap won't kill this witch, but I make a big mistake and I throw my fireball. I should have waited until he had a wizard, which, as you can see, is going to place right here. And because they buffed Rage, it only costs 2 elixir now. So the wizard is just doing so much damage with the Rage spell. I play a Valkyrie, and he plays a pretty greedy Rage, I would say. It takes down my tower. Oh my gosh, that Rage wizard, though. It's a level 6 wizard, while my Valkyrie is level 4. Oh, that's a level 6 wizard, level 6 giant, while my goblins are level 5. So you can see, it's not a very fair matchup. I'm not complaining, though, and I'm not really worried, because this is the counter push deck, and you don't really have to worry about losing a tower early on, because this deck just shines in double OT when you can get a pump. He does the wrong thing and ignores my hog. So, with 2 towers and a cannon shooting at it, the hog won't get any shots off, and that's a positive elixir trade for me, and a negative elixir trade for him. Now I can finally pump up with my freshly acquired level 2 pump. Easy counter, the rage spell wasn't worth it, and now I go in for the counter push. That's all this deck is really about. He kind of froze up for a bit. Sorry. I forgot what I was going to say. Anyway, he plays a Hog Rider and the Witch. Sorry, guys. And I counter with my Valkyrie to hit both of them. I'm going to slow down the speed. And he's got a Raged Wizard and a Raged Giant. So I do the wrong thing. I play my Elixir Collector to soak up the Giant. Because on my main account, that might have worked. But my Elixir Collector on this account is only level 2. He plays a hasty Hog Rider. So I go in with my Hog Rider and my Valkyrie on the other side. I've got a full health Hog. He does a poorly positioned Witch. I don't even think I really needed to send the Fireball, but I do anyway. All the skeletons and all the Witch die. The Hog and the Musketeer doing work. I unfortunately miss my Zap. So now I go with the Valkyrie and the Goblins. And I clench the win in overtime. As you can see, he had a Giant and a Minion Horde. And both of them were raged, which would have been like tower gone for me. But just because the Goblins have a very fast move speed, they can push the medium fast Valkyrie for a faster move speed. Literally. So yeah, I think I might show a battle where I lost against a Sparky deck, and then one where I beat one, if I can just find one. So I'll start with the loss. Guys, you always want to analyze your losses, because once you understand what you did wrong, you can play a lot better against those kind of decks. So he starts off with the Sparky in the back. I immediately go in with stuff. And yeah, that was a mistake. I got really greedy. Because he can now plant stuff in his base, I plant a cannon, it gets vaporized. And the tower focus onto the Valkyrie. I have no elixir. Good game. Yeah. So, my mistake there was that I went in much too heavy. I spent 8 elixir. I think in that situation, it isn't good to push the other lane. Because, you know, if the opponent plays a golem in the back, that's 8 elixir gone. So you can push the other lane hard with, like, Hog and Goblins. That's a pretty cheap combo, only 6 elixir. And defend with, like, a Cannon or Inferno Tower. But if they spend 6 elixirs for a Sparky, sometimes it might even just ignore your push and just go for the 3 crown. Anyway, yeah. So here's the battle where I won against a Sparky player. I think he was a little bit less skilled. He's using the Rage, and yeah. As you can see, he plays a Sparky right at the bridge. He's kind of a BMer, but I'm okay with that. So, easy counter, Musketeer, Zap, it's a positive elixir trade, 6 for 6, and the baby dragon only gets 1 shot, which is like 0 damage. So now I play my Hog and I play my Valkyrie. Looks like I mistimed that, and the Prince doesn't focus on the Valkyrie, but that's okay because the Valkyrie is just slowly chipping away at the Prince. He's got a pretty big push coming in, but I can play Cannon. I'm just clicking my Zap, and Zap for value. That Zap took out the Spirit Goblins, the Fire Spirits, and it stopped the Prince's charge. And now I have a half health Cannon on the board. He's gonna play Wizard. I think he expected the Wizard to hit the cannon, but because the Wizard only has a range of 5, not 5.5, like Ice Wizard or whatever, it couldn't hit the cannon. Musketeer will take out the baby dragon. And now, what is this deck, guys? Trifecta. So I immediately go in with the Hog, which was a bad idea, because he had already planted a Prince there. So my Hog gets no shots off. But my Musketeer's just been secretly doing work. I could counter with Goblins. I also take out the Spirit Goblins with my Musketeer. The Musketeer is at like 0 health though, and won't get any shots off. I just thought that it was kind of funny how long that Musketeer stayed alive. I hadn't gotten my pump out of this, but it's kind of been an awkward battle. What with him like playing the Sparky right at the bridge. He's gonna do it again. Zap. The Valkyrie is gonna take out the Wizard and the Sparky. That Valkyrie provided insane value. So I immediately go in. I zap the Fire Spirits and take the tower. He's got the Sparky coming at me, but that Musketeer's just gonna do work to it. At this point, I'm like, okay, I just need to survive. I'm not gonna try to take anything else. I just need to survive. So I'm like fireballing. I'm planting cannon. I'm building a wall with the elixir pump. I'm zapping the part of his side of the river. I guess that was a little bit of a BM, but guys, I was just surprised that I beat a Sparky after all that. So, yeah, that's pretty much how I got into Arena 7. And I won't be doing this more often. I'll be recording when I'm playing. I just find it kind of hard to play live. Playing live is actually really hard, and commenting. But yeah, it's just open this free chest and get the Inferno Dragon, of course. Or the Princess. Or any other legendary. Okay, never mind. Well, that's it for this vid, guys. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for more Clash Royale quality content. Peace.